These people at Murtala Muhammed Airport will stress you out. What is going on, mi familia, mi gente, and my village people? Thank you for tuning into my channel yet again. Do me a favor and hit the subscribe button below and like this video if you truly like it towards the end. So I just came back from visiting Nigeria. Well, I visited in December. It's specifically about those people that work at that airport. Let me tell you, this scamming has just, it's reached an all-time high. Now, the last time that I was in Nigeria is about 5 years ago. And so you kind of know that there's going to be some bribe, some way, shape, or fashion. You can't avoid it, right? Whether it's someone checking in your bag and they just kind of whisper to you, anything for me, ma. Or the people that, let's say they check your passports, or they'll, there's, auntie, do Merry Christmas for us, all this. Because they know that people are coming back from abroad, right, from the States to visit their family. Now, knowing this, I was like, I'm not giving them anything. I knew I was going to give like one, but I'm just tired of the constant bribing. It irritates me so much. So this is when I'm coming back to the States. And now it's normal for, let's say if someone has a trolley, helps you with your bag, that's not even a bribe. You're paying for convenience, because I'm not going to be lugging all these bags. So you pay for convenience. They help you kind of get through the airport. No problem. You give them some money. Now, when you get to where you need to check in your bags, I'm noticing that's where the scam is just at an all-time high. I knew I was going to pay for oversized luggage because my mom wanted me to buy fish and all this stuff. And I'm like, this woman, you could have told me this earlier. So I knew. What I usually do is my carry-on, I pack it, is heavy, and my personal item, I'll have a backpack. And then that kind of takes away some of the weight. But I knew I was going to pay for oversized luggage either way. So I get to this thing. I get to this line, and this lady is weighing our bags. Okay, she said that this is oversized. And then she also proceeds to weigh my backpack as well as my carry-on, which at the time I'm like, okay, this is weird, because when I'm flying in from Delta, they don't, and really no flight weighs your carry-on and your personal item. That's weird. And so what I'm seeing now is that's just part of the scam. And they'll even have things documented and written out like, no, this is KLM's policy and blah, blah, blah. And I think what I should have done then, I did look it up, and it seemed, I don't know, I think just frustration was just getting me. And I was like, so they're telling me that I have to pay 250,000 naira because of oversized luggage. That's like $250, right? And so, of course, that has more weight in naira. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to pay all that. Like, that's ridiculous. I can use that to buy like a trip to Dallas or something. I don't know. But that's just ridiculous. And so what these people will do, they will use frustration, because they know that time is money. They will use these things to frustrate you to the point where you pay. And I don't like giving them cash, right? I like to pay on my card, but I was like, dang, that's $250. That's a lot. And she was like, okay. So what can you do for me? I was like, listen, the most I can do is 100. I think I may have said like 75 or something, 75K. She was like, no, that's too, because they know that you're traveling. They know that, okay, you spend money to travel. They're like, she was like, your tickets does over 1 million. So they already know. They know that even if you don't have money, they know that it took money for you to get here. And so it gets to a point where it's just like, you know what? Okay, I can do 100K, right? That's what I can do. And she was like, okay, but you won't pay it in your card. I was like, I don't have cash. And I didn't want to take out cash. And I'm so glad that I didn't. And she was just like, okay, you can transfer it. And so I was like, okay, fine. The way that I was transferring money in Nigeria, I was using this app, and you have to put in more information, their phone number, their address, as opposed to my aunt, which she has a Nigerian bank account, which I wasn't able to get this time around. But she could just send it to them with their number and their name. Boom. So I was like, you know what? Let my auntie do it. And I'll transfer money to my auntie, because my auntie's already in my system. So that one can be quick. I don't want to add someone else into my system. And so my auntie goes ahead. She transfers 100K to this woman. They do their thing. I'm sure this one is in cahoots with the man behind the passport counter. They have their thing. So this money went directly to this woman. It didn't go to KLM. It didn't go to any airline, nothing. It went straight to her bank account. What I've noticed is that if you go to that airport, if you go to Lagos airport, make sure you get there extremely early and make sure you know all your policies. Like, you need to be prepared because they are going to frustrate the heck out of you. They will literally make you miss your flight. They will wait there with you until you miss your flight. And as a matter of fact, I'm like, wow. So this woman is just collecting 100K from almost each person. Now, if you don't know, minimum wage in Nigeria is about 30. My cousin told me it was about 33, 35K, 35,000 naira, right? So that's about $35. That's minimum wage. Some people get that a month. Of course, you have people that make way more, but that's minimum wage, right? So this woman is getting 100K from almost everyone. She was quoting the lady behind me, 350K for oversized luggage. Anyway, I just was like, you know what, it is what it is. And then after all that frustration, because the reason I was frustrated was because my mom, she didn't tell me in advance that she wanted me to get all this fish and stuff. It was kind of last minute. So I'm like, you could have given me time to prepare my mind to carry all this excess luggage. And now I'm here and this woman is telling me 250K, and it's just frustration. That's how they get you. So anyway, I do my customs and all that. And even then, do Merry Christmas for me. And I was like, no, I'm a student. Let me tell you, I'm going to be a student. Even if I'm 99 years old traveling to Nigeria, I am always a student. That's why I'm a student. What are you studying? Oh, I'm a student of life. So it's not lying. I study in life. So I'm a forever student. I'm always learning something new. So that's their business. Now, so fast forward, I come back to the States. I'm like, okay, good, fine. Of course, I had to pass through customs. And let me tell you, side note, because I lived in Colombia, I feel like I'm always going to be checked from now on. As in, they have me in the system. They know that I travel back and forth to Colombia. And so I just expect it. So anyway, passed through that, I was able to carry all like the crayfish and all that. Okay. I just thought it was interesting how I haven't even been in Colombia for like almost 2 years now. And when they were checking like my bags for all this crayfish and everything, they're like, what took you to Colombia? What were you doing in Colombia? They wanted me to say that I went to go and be doing a drug cartel. No, if you like, sit me here. Take whatever you need to do. Nothing. You will not get anything. So I told them I just live there. Anyway, I get back and my auntie calls me. The auntie that transferred the money. She was like, Adane, do you know that the bank reversed the charge? So the money that we sent her, the bank sent it back. I said, good, because it wasn't her money to keep in the first place. She's like, yeah, I just wanted to like let you know. I don't know whatever you want me to do with it. She's a very honest woman. And I was like, Auntie, can't keep it to this shit. You want to give it to this person, keep it. I think the sad part about all this bribing at the airport is it's getting out of hand. And I believe that it's causing bad blood between some of these airlines. I remember when I was in South Africa and I looked at how much a ticket would be to go from Houston to Lagos, and it was saying $8,000. And these shouts that you would have thought, oh my goodness, the shout that I let out, I was like, what? That was for base. That wasn't even that was economy. Wasn't even business, anything. And then later on, we met some flight attendants that just so happened to be staying at our same hotel. And one of the flight attendants was actually in Nigeria. We were like, hey, what's going on? Are they just not trying to fly there? And he was just like, no, they're not trying to fly there. I'm sure the airport in Lagos, I feel like it's more Lagos than Abuja. I don't really hear about the other one, but I feel like that airport is they know that these people are withholding their money. And I'm like, I can't imagine KLM not noticing hey, we do have a lot of oversized luggage, but where's our money? And so what I think might happen is in the future, some of these airlines, they're going to be like, listen, we're not flying there, because I feel like it already started. We're not flying there. And so when you only have a few airlines willing to fly to your country, is going to be expensive, because one thing Nigerians are going to do is they're going to travel back home. And so the price is already ridiculous as it is. And I know that corruption, it starts from the top, right? There's so much Nigeria needs, it needs God, because it's the people at the top who are corrupted, and it just trickles down to the point where everyone's just trying to save themselves because they don't care. So it's like, well, the people up top are stealing money, so what's wrong with me doing it? It's wrong, but it's like, can you blame them? I'm also not going to condone it. So I don't know. I'm going to fight against it as much as I can. I don't like it, but it's just what can you do? And it's not just Nigeria. Corruption is everywhere. Corruption is in the United States. It's just more organized, okay? And it's more hidden. But it's just really sad, because if this continues to happen, it's like no one is going to go back unless you're just super rich or you have your own private jet. So let me know of your experience at the Lagos airport, or even if you're in the Caribbean or any other place where something like this has happened to you and you've just been bribed, or you know that they're going against company policies, let me know. I would love to hear your stories down below. And if you are not subscribed, I need you to take a moment and press that subscribe button so you can still see more videos like this and see when my content pops up. So until next time, guys.